This would be a good time, because I know you have something you wanted to read to us. And so do you want to read that part? Because I think, again, it helps set context for the book.
So let me just read from the introduction, because it sort of encapsulates it pretty well. From my perspective, I could be biased. So, I have a very fundamental belief about life. It's one that I started articulating several years ago, and in a nutshell, this is it. The notion that life is hard is a myth. Although our language is rife with phrases like no pain, no gain, anything worth having is worth working hard for, and hard work pays off, the core message contained in these sayings seems to have gone askew. Consciously or not, we've taken these bromides and interpreted them to mean that life must be hard in order to be worthwhile. Otherwise, you're just being lazy. This way of thinking has gotten us into a boatload of trouble. Life isn't meant to be hard, nor is it meant to be burdensome. Instead, life is meant to be lived with a sense of ease, and if your life feels less than ease-filled, then you're doing something wrong. I realize that this may sound like a harsh statement, but my hope is that by the end of this book, you'll understand what I'm getting at. Before you rise up and mute me, let me be really clear. I'm not saying that life is easy. There's a difference between easy and ease-filled. Life, by its very nature, is challenging. And I know I experience life challenges to various degrees every single day. I support my clients in dealing with their own unique challenges. I've helped my family and my friends navigate their challenges. Challenge is very, very real. That being said, in the same way that there's a difference between the concepts of easy and ease, there's a difference between the concepts of challenge and burden. The differences may be subtle. However, having an understanding of these subtleties is essential. Too many people don't endeavor to understand the distinction, and as a result, they accept burden when they don't need to. And they forego ease, believing that it's not possible in a challenge-filled life. I share this idea with you because I want you to be prepared for some discomfort. As you familiarize yourself with the ideas in these coming pages, you're going to start to open up to the possibility of living life differently. From this place, you will be better able to release the burdens that are currently on your shoulders, and while this idea may appeal at first, like anything new, this will simultaneously feel uncomfortable. That being said, I know that embracing challenge without accepting burden is a really liberating way to live, and it is this liberation that awaits you if you decide to keep reading. If this sense of liberation is something that appeals to you in any way, shape, or form, then my request is that you set aside whatever skepticism you hold about the possibility of finding a path of ease, and allow yourself to absorb the content that follows. If, by the end of the book, you find yourself still wanting to stay the hard course that you've been navigating so far, you're absolutely free to do so. On the other hand, if any part of this book calls you to a simpler way to be, invites you to find a path of ease, then I would challenge you to take up the invitation. From my personal experience, what I know for sure is that when you let go of burden and embrace ease, no matter what you're facing, life just feels better all around.